Hello, this is Lisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a birthday card for you, and I'm going to be creating an alcohol inked background and adding a few more features. So I'm going to be doing a blue background and blending this in and creating a fun effect. So I won't be doing the whole Yippo paper panel. I'm actually going to just create a alcohol ink blob in the center and do like a fun effect and cut it out and have a fun shape. So I'm just adding in the blue and using the air tool to blend it out to the way I like it, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some of the gold alloy in as well. I wanted to keep this very simple and do something a little bit different than I have been doing. If you watched my last card making video, I did a similar background but added a little bit of a couple different blues and a green to like make a more turquoise teal background, but this time we're just doing the blue and the gold, and I really like how it turned out. It's different than what I've done in the past with the alcohol inks. I'm trying to experiment, trying to do new things and create different kind of background effects. So do go ahead and add a little bit of a darker blue in here as well and blend that together with the gold and the other blue, and just building on the background until I'm happy with it and I'm able to let it dry and then cut it out and then continue making the card. Definitely fun experimenting and just like watching the alcohol ink flow and grow into something. Right now it doesn't look like much, but as you continue to play and continue to experiment with the colors and build on it, you definitely get something that is beautiful and that you can turn into your project. In this particular case, I am making a card, of course. So just continuing to use that blending solution and working on this until, like I said, I am happy with it. And getting this done. I really like that it's centered in the one spot. I could focus and just make something different and focus on this centered area. And you could definitely leave this alone too and just like add the sentiments onto the white parts as well and simplify it that way and make that your panel. But I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I had this idea in my head, so now I'm just going ahead and adding some black paper onto my card base. I'm going to cut that down. So I used the advanced tape glider to do that. I'm going to cut that down, and then the Yippo paper with the alcohol inked background is off to the side. It is drying while we get this part done, and once that is all dry, we are going to cut out the design, the blob of alcohol ink that turned out really fun. We're going to cut that out and add it to this card, and you are going to see how it turns out as we keep going along. So here is that background panel, and like I said, you could totally leave it. I'm going to cut it out and yes, so just cutting it out. And then I'm going to pop this onto the card. I'm obviously going to have to cut a few things off the side. I wanted this fun effect, and then the black just makes it stand out even more, I think. So I'm going to glue this down using the advanced tape glider again to get it on quickly. You could definitely use liquid glue here as well. So popping that into the center the way I want it, and then I will trim off the edges, and then we will finish up the card. So I'm going to add the sentiment, and then I will add a little bit more detail here as we go. I just love how that blue and that gold just stand out on the back. And just, yes. So I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Clear Embossing Ink to stamp this happy birthday sentiment on some black paper. This is the happy birthday sentiment from the Party Like a Puffin stamp set from Simon Says Stamp that I used in my last video. You could definitely go ahead and use any birthday stamp on here. Whatever you have in your collection, you could use here. So as you can see, I'm using the Simon Says Stamp gold embossing powder to emboss this, and I'm going to heat set that, and this is just going to stand out even more and bring that gold from the alcohol ink background to life and add a little bit more gold in to the card. So making sure that it's all done up, and then I'm melting that with my heat tool, and then I will cut this out a little bit more so that it is even and straight and can go on the card once it is all heat set. And then I'm going to add a few finishing touches to the card before it is all done. So cutting this out, and I believe I'm using the Simon Says Stamp fine detail scissors. I really like them. I talk about them every video. I've been using them so often. I just really like them. So I'll have those linked down below with the other supplies as well that I'm using in today's video. So if you want a closer look at some of the supplies or want to grab some yourself, you can go ahead and check out those links and get more details on the websites. So as you can see, the sentiment is all cut down, and just love how it pops on there, how it stands out, and how gold it is. And then I'm using my Barely Art glue to get this on there, just because there was a little bit more detail in the cut, and getting that into place. And I could have left this alone, but you know, we need to finish it off a little bit more, add some shine, add some sparkle. So I'm just using the Spectrum Noir glitter pen here to add in glitter across the whole black background, and this really adds to the fun of the card. It makes it sparkle, it makes it shine, and I really love how it looks with the gold in the turquoise background, the blue background, and the gold of the sentiment. I just think it adds the right amount of sparkle, the right amount of shine, and brings everything together. So just went over it till it was all covered, and then we will do one more finishing touch. So this is the gold pops of color glitter from scrapbook.com, and I'm just adding some dots on both of the sides of the black area to bring more of that gold in and just finish it off and add a little bit more glitter and shine. And I'm just going to flick it to make these dots a little bit flatter. And then that is going to finish off the card. It is so sparkly, it is so shiny, and I love how this turned out. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of this card as well. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.